register my name if I'm a sole proprietor. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to walk you through the exact steps you need to take if you want to start a business in Canada. Back in 2018, I quit my full-time job and started a yoga studio, and it was really confusing. Honestly, there's not a lot of information on the internet out there that clearly outlines the steps you need to take to get started the right way. And so I wanted to put this video together to make the process as simple as possible for you. So if you're new to entrepreneurship, you're just getting started, let's go ahead and get into it. And before we get started, I do want to mention that I do have a step-by-step checklist that will also walk you through all of the tips I'm going to share in this video. You can find that link down below in the description of this video. Without further ado, let's get into it. I do just want to mention before we get too far into this video that if watching full-length YouTube videos is not your thing, I do have a very quick explanation of this process available on my TikTok account. You can go ahead and follow me here. But if you're ready to watch the full-length tutorial, let's get into it. The first step you're going to want to take as a new business owner is to register your business name. Now, oftentimes, especially on my TikTok videos, I will get comments that say, I don't need to register my name if I'm a sole proprietor. But that's not true. If you are operating as a sole proprietor under your legal name, for example, my name is Danielle Ryan, I create content on the internet, you do not have to register that business. However, if you choose to deviate from your name in any way, in the way you advertise, the way you invoice, and the way you market your business, you are required to register as a sole proprietor. The only exception is the province of Newfoundland, where sole proprietors are not required to register. That being said, if you are operating under a trade name, we'll use my former business as an example, or you're using a deviation from your legal name, so Danielle Ryan's Bakery, you would need to register your business with the province in which you reside. And if you're a little bit confused about how to do this, honestly, it's super simple. You can just go to Google and type in how to register my business in, and then insert the name of your province there. Make sure that you click the link that has the actual provincial website and not one of these like third-party apps. Okay, so once we've registered our business name, we're feeling pretty good about that. We want to go ahead and get ourselves a business bank account. Well, from a technical standpoint, as a sole proprietor, you could use your personal bank account. Many personal bank accounts have a clause in them that say you will not use them for business purposes. And so I do encourage you to go out and to find a business bank account that's going to work for you in your business. Now, for legal reasons, I am not allowed to share a comparison of different bank accounts, but I do have a TikTok that I explain this in, and I will link it in the description of this episode. Pretty much every major bank in Canada offers a different size or different style of business bank account, and there are many great options out there. So I encourage you to just do your research and find what works for you. Now, depending what province you live in, you may or may not have to register to charge sales tax. I am located in British Columbia, and in the province of British Columbia, you are not required to register for provincial sales tax until you sell at least $10,000 in physical goods. If you are a digital creator, such as myself, you are PST exempt. Now, in addition to provincial sales tax, we also have GST, which is the government sales tax from the federal government. And in Canada, you are not required to register for GST until you reach $30,000 in revenue. So in the province of Ontario, where I used to reside, we had HST, and the rules were the exact same. You weren't required to register for HST until you generated $30,000 in gross revenue. So that's revenue before all of your expenses. That being said, you are welcome to register at any point before that. Just know that if you are registered to be charging sales tax, you are required to be charging it. And if you are not registered to be charging sales tax, you are not allowed to be charging it. Confused? So am I. Okay, any questions you have about that, you can always leave them for me in the comments, and I would be happy to help you out there. Whew, okay, the hard stuff is over. So now that we've registered our business name, we've gotten our business bank account, we're registered, or maybe not, to charge sales tax, I would really encourage that you seek out an accountant in your area to help you through the process of really just getting started. Taxes are something I do not mess around with when it comes to small business, and so I advise you to seek professional help and not just trust random strangers on YouTube that are giving you advice. So to do this, again, I would just Google small business accountant in the name of the town or the city that you live in. And most accountants offer like a 30-minute free consultation. So book one of those so that you can meet with them and kind of just discuss your needs as a small business. So we've done that. We've taken care of all of the technical stuff. Hopefully when you speak to your accountant, they'll also be able to help you get set up with bookkeeping, or they'll be able to recommend some sort of bookkeeping software. Now, I personally do all of my bookkeeping in Excel. If you want access to that, all you have to do is download that checklist I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and you will have access to my bookkeeping spreadsheet that I use in my business. Okay, so we've gotten all of that stuff out of the way. Let's get into the fun stuff. Now that we have our business, we're ready to go. I encourage you to figure out what kind of social media or internet presence you're going to need to make. So maybe this looks like building a website. Most importantly, I want you to figure out who your target market is and where they are hanging out. Now, if you need help kind of figuring out who your people are, where they're hanging out, how to get started, I would encourage you to watch this video here where I explain exactly what I would do if I was starting a business over from zero. But once we've kind of figured that out, I encourage you to build your website if you need one, grab those social media channels, and start creating content. Now, in the YouTube video I posted a couple weeks ago, I actually walk you through how to generate content for your business. And so if that's something you're struggling with, or you're worried about how you're going to keep up on all of your different social media channels, you can click on this video and I will show you exactly how to do that. So we have our website, we have our social media channels, we're ready to show up, and honestly, that's the last step. The last thing you need to do to start a business is to show up and start talking about your business. Oftentimes when we have a project or something that we're working on, we're afraid to talk about it all the time because we think that other people are going to think we're being annoying. But the reality is that no one cares about you as much as you care about you. And so even if you feel like you're talking about something over and over and over again, the chances that the same people are constantly seeing it are pretty slim. And so I encourage you to consistently show up wherever your audience is hanging out, spread the message, and most importantly, get really specific about why people need whatever it is you're selling and speak to it from that angle. We always want to come from a place of service, and we always want people to know that we are here to help them. Okay, friends, I hope that was helpful. As always, if you have any questions at all, you can leave them in the comments and I will do my best to help you. My mission here is to make small business accessible to as many Canadians as possible. And so if you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.